Hey guys, Richard here with CRG Games, and I'm excited because I finally got my Beadle and Grimm's Here Be Dragons, and we're going to crack this thing open. So let's see what we got. This retailed for, I believe, $120, I think it was several months ago, and you could purchase up to 3 at a time, or you could do more than that if you made multiple purchases of 3. So you could technically purchase, I guess, as many as you wanted. There are 10,000 of these. They are a limited production product, and they include some dragons. So let's see what's in this. That appears to just be a piece of paper, but it's actually a very nice piece of paper. You can see all the little, pieces of fabric and stuff in it. I don't know why I'm standing over a piece of paper, but that's a nice piece of paper. All right. Wow. You can see that awesome art. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. That is amazing. So let's get it out. I've seen a little bit of this product online, on YouTube videos and stuff, but, I finally just got mine in today. The East Coast of the United States seems to be probably like the last people to get this. So, it's taken a while to get here. So let's gently get this plastic open. Now these are all numbered as well, and from what I understand, the number is on the side of the deck box in very small numbers, and it's easy to miss. So I'm hoping we get a low number. I have to imagine that it's not going to be low though. Check that logo out. Beadle and Grimm's Secret Lair. Now, I was not familiar with Beadle and Grimm's before I purchased this. From what I understand, they make like high-end D&D products, and I've looked at some of their stuff. It is very nice. So, let's go ahead and pop the top on this box. This really does feel like a... Oh, there it is. It really does feel like a premium product. Secret Lair, Here Be Dragons. Now, I have also heard that there may be some issues with the cards in here, maybe a little bit of crinkling and stuff. So I guess fingers crossed it doesn't happen. So our sheet here is a little torn, but that's okay. So we got a nice little letter here. If you want to pause that, you can read it. All right, set that aside. What do we got here? I believe. Okay, so it wasn't quite fastened down. We'll set that aside here. Let's get the rest of it out. We've got our inner packaging. Seems to be a little on the squish side, but that happens. All right, so man, this cardboard seems a little on the squish side too. Here's our deck box. It's actually a little on the larger side. I thought it was smaller than this. But nonetheless, I really like it so far, even though it's just in here. There we go. There's that logo. We got nice green stitching around the Beadle and Grimm's logo, so let's pull that out. We've got a tin here of something. Oh, there's more stuff in there. I bet you I know what this is. I bet you this is our life counter. There's no way to, like, grip it. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. That is our life counter, so let's set that aside as well. And we'll take a look at each thing individually here in just a moment. This is our deck sleeves. And they are dragon deck sleeves. I think that's it. Yes, this is just additional packaging from the bottom. It is curious to note, like, this is probably done when they were folding it. That's probably what these marks are for. Just little stresses on the cardboard. If you fold it too hard, the cardboard will get a crease, and then that crease will stay, and it kind of looks like damage, although I do not think it is. So, I'm probably going to end up putting everything back in this box when I'm done and leaving it in there. I might use some of it, but it's really a collector's item for me, so we may just, leave it in here. Alright, so I'll set that aside. Let's take a look at some cardboard stuff there. There's our sleeves. I really want to take a look at this life counter first. So let's grab this thing. Hopefully we don't damage it. There we go. Oh, that's actually nice how they did the cutouts in this foam protection piece here. So what do we got? We got 2022 Wizards of the Coast. This almost looks like pewter, although I'm sure it's just probably steel. It is cast, or it does appear to be cast. Cast, and then this will be ground. Yeah, I'm sure this is cast. So here's our Dragon Life counter. It's got a little bit of looseness, however, that's not too bad. I would probably put a drop of oil between these two surfaces here, and that'll allow it to glide a little bit easier, and it'll also produce a cushion between the two metallic surfaces. But it is a very nice, like, this is solid. This has a good weight to it. It's got that little squeaky weather vane sound to it, but it's not that bad. And this goes up to 40, and then our 0 there is, unless that's 50, you could use that for 50 or 0, is the little Planeswalker logo. So I like that. It's just the squeakiness of it is a little on the annoying side, but like I said, a drop of oil, probably like mineral oil, would work the best. And I mean, if you really wanted to get into it, you might actually be able to pipette some grease in there, and that'll last longer, because mineral oil will dry out over time. So let's go ahead and put our dragon back. I believe this should be turned in a specific manner. Not like that. Yeah, crap. Like this? Nope. Like this. There we go. Just like that. And that's probably, yeah, so it was sitting up slightly higher, and that's where that indentation is from. So there's our dragon. The sleeves, I'm not going to open the sleeves because I'm not going to use them, but this is what is on the sleeves. I believe there are 100 in here. Maybe it says it on the bottom. Yes, 100 matte silver art sleeves, acid and PVC free. So these are going to stay sealed. I do not plan on using those. I have other sleeves I use. Plus, you know, it's nice to have them sleeved. You know, I can set them on a shelf and they'll look pretty cool. The deck box, I'm really excited for this thing. I like the size of it. I believe it's supposed to hold 100 double-sleeved cards. I want to try to keep the packaging intact here. That'll do. Or as Ed Bassmaster would say, Bart'll do. Just got on an Ed Bassmaster kick. Like a couple days ago, I was watching some of his old videos. I remember watching those way back in the day. You know, he started posting like 14, 15 years ago. All right, so it doesn't really want to come out of this box. So we're going to have to push it out, like so. And I believe it's because of the texturing on this. It's got this dragon scale texture, and it actually looks nice. It's graduated here from large to small, so it has some, you know, it has some randomness to it, and I really like that. This is a big box. All right, let's pop it open. It is magnetic enclosure. Got our nice monogrammed logo there. The inside is definitely a lot smaller than it kind of appears. It has a nice liner. It actually feels like the liner is cardboard. It's cardboard with a suede-like finish. It feels solidly glued enough, so I don't believe it's going to delaminate from the outer surface here. Although you can actually see the glue there. It's a little bit on the imperfect side, but honestly, I think that gives it a little bit of character. It really does kind of feel handmade, and I'm sure these are somewhat handmade. So our side here has got our dice tray, And the dice tray is supposedly embossed with the number in very small letters, I read, or I've heard. Oh, there it is. We got number 3,194. Now, this is maybe a little more cause for concern. The glue has fully peeled away from the internal liner here. On the bottom, it seems to be intact in the top, but up top here, or in the bottom, it has... Yeah, it's fully come apart there. It can be fixed with some gentle hands and a little bit of super glue. I believe I can fix that. You know, it goes without saying, when you spend $120 on something like this, you shouldn't have to be fixing it yourself. That's a fact, and I believe everybody would kind of agree with that. The dice tray, because this is, I believe, cardboard, it's a little on the, it's a little on the flimsy side. That part, I would say I'm a little disappointed about the dice tray there. I would expect it to be more solid, but all this appears to just be the cardboard. So we're going to go ahead and put that back in there. It does fit nicely. It slides right in there, even with the delamination. But, I mean, overall, it seems to be pretty good. So it seems like the construction here is actually that same cardboard material is simply just wrapped in this outer, this is probably vinyl, this outer vinyl layer. And you can see it. I mean, you can clearly see right here. And on the back, this whole piece runs right around. And it stops right there. The rest of it is probably made out of the same stuff, just wrapped in the vinyl wrap. So, but you know, it is solid. I do like it. It doesn't feel like it's going to get crushed. It feels like it can hold some weight, and it does look nice. I have just a couple concerns on the longevity. How long is it going to last? If you start tossing this thing around, is the rest of it going to start delaminating? All of this is stitched. It should be fine. The inner portions of this, I don't know. Changes in heat and temperature, humidity, things like that, that could pose some problems for that glue. Now this, I believe, is an opening experience. So let's see what we got here. We slide this out. Yes, it's like a storybook. So we got our very nice glossy secret layer, and I believe this is Velcro. No, it is. It's glue dotted. So this is glue dotted right there. So we've got our old gnaw bone sticking out of the sleeve a little bit, and our Emerald Desert Doom. Now these are probably glue dotted as well. Yep, the glue dots seem kind of strong, so I'm not even going to risk it. We're just going to pull these right out. And we'll set them aside, because I'm going to put these in our Dragon Shield sealable sleeves. Now these cards are going for a fair amount on TCG Player. Yeah, these they use much too large glue dots on here. Let's see. So we'll open the gate. Our inner cards here are a little bit, you know, they're kind of sliding out too. It does appear that they're not damaged, which is great. The foiling on them is actually relatively tame. It's not very pronounced. They do have a slight curvature to them. However, they're not that bad. I believe in a sealable sleeve, they should be just fine. Let's see here. Let's get this one out. These ones are both halfway out of the sleeve just about. But they do appear to be undamaged. Yeah, it's not too bad. Inferno of Mount Vellus. And then I believe we've got some more on the inside here. We do. They all seem to be basically halfway outside the sleeve. So I actually really like this one. The Icing Death Frost Tyrant. that kind of like white foiling. This one's a little more on the Pringle side. You can see that there. It's got a nice radius to it. Not something you ever really want to have. There we go. That was a little more difficult to get out. The Frost Tongue. Equipment card. And then we should have another one in here. I believe this is what they say is the bonus, the secret bonus card, and we can already see it popping out there. How do we get this one out without tearing this thing apart? Aha! We got to loosen up the belts here. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I do like the effort and the thoughtfulness they put into this. Oh, so there's a Tiamat. Again, we're going to just slide it out of the sleeve so we don't damage it. Because there's no way I'm even going to risk trying to pull it off those glue dots. So Tiamat looks really good. These actually, they're a little more surprising in person than I thought, looking at them before. Very nice. These must be printed in Japan because the quality of the cards is actually good. The only downside there is the pringling. So this part, I don't know if I'm supposed to just pull it up, but we're just going to go like that. And we've got a Dragon's Horde as our bonus card, which makes sense. You got to fight through all the dragons to get the Dragon's Horde, and it's a big old pile of gold. I think I actually need this card too. Yeah, so quality looks pretty good. They're not all pringled. That's one thing to note. Only, maybe if I do this. There we go. Only about maybe half of them have any sort of like really pronounced pringling. But I believe that concludes our journey. Let's just double check. Yeah, so that's it. That's all that was in there in the Dragon's Horde. We can go ahead and reconstruct this. Seems easy enough. And I'm going to put everything back in the box that it came in. Just something kind of neat to have. It's like a collector's item. And I believe this went down next. And then this went down. And then this went down. And then that went down. Perfect. There we go. We have resealed our Beadle and Grimm's little dungeon there. Yeah, so as far as a product goes, I think really what it is, like breaking this down for value, right? Because I think it was $120. So you've got generally for the foil versions of Secret Lairs, you're looking at like what, $39.99. So you get about $40 there, and then you're paying $80 for the rest of it. So you've got your box, your sleeves, your counter, and then you have the packaging experience. So we've got $80 in between all that. If you got 1, 2, 3, and then 4, you're looking at about $20 a piece for each one of these, and then $40 for the Secret Lair cards. Now, you can see right here, they're not actually all that bad as far as pringling goes. So we're going to get those in the Dragon Shield sealable sleeves quickly. That way, moisture and temperature and things like that don't warp them any further. Overall, if I were to rate this product on like a scale of 1 to 10 value for the money, the cards are great. I think we probably would have liked to see some other dragons, like maybe a Goldspan dragon, for example, or a Hellkite Tyrant. Not to say that these dragons are bad. They're not at all. They're great. It's just, maybe for $120, we would have liked to see a little more value there in the actual cards themselves. Packaging experience, I thought everything was pretty decent. Maybe I got lucky. I would like to have seen the cards not half out of the sleeves, and the glue dots use much smaller glue dots. Those are very large, much too large for individual cards. And it's really not necessary. The sleeves are great. I've seen those. They look fine. The deck box I really like. Have some caveats with it. The construction maybe You know, maybe they could do a little bit better with the gluing on it, or used a different glue. But you know, it feels more on the kind of like handmade side. You know, it has like a little bit of craftsman feel to it. Whether it has that or not, in reality, I don't know. But I do like the product. You know, this part, I'll have to put a deck in here and see if it actually fits 100 cards double sleeved, which I'm assuming it does. Let's actually try that out. I have one right here with me. This will be my Miram deck, so this is actually appropriate. Yes, I believe this is Miram. It is Miram the Sentinel Worm, so this is a double-sleeved, or mostly double-sleeved deck. I think I want to say it's like 80% double-sleeved. Yeah, so that fits. That fits, and it has some extra room, so I actually really like that. One of the things that, you know, I usually store it in this. One of the things that I always like to make sure that something has is a little bit extra room. That way the cards can breathe a little bit, they can expand, plus you can put some extra tokens in there. And it doesn't feel too loose. Like, I don't think anything's going to get damaged. Yeah, that feels fine. And then I'll put some, you know, put some dice in there. Actually, I might use this for this deck, to be honest. I'm curious if it will actually fit. Once I add my treasure tokens and stuff, it actually might be a little on the tighter side. I'm wondering if it'll actually fit this insert. Because if it fits that, it will. Oh, it does. It actually fits it quite nicely. It doesn't close nicely, but if you're wondering, yes, it will fit this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the whole thing comes apart like that. I didn't even realize that earlier. Yeah, it will fit this, but it's not deep enough for it, so just use it for the deck, and you'll be good. So, overall, pretty good. Like the product. Generally, the unboxing experience was nice. It was fun. The product looks good. It doesn't have any damage or anything like that. You know, current prices on this are going for like $230 to $240 in that range. I wouldn't buy it at that price. $100, $120, I think was already a little too much for it. If I would have to put a price tag on this, I'd probably put it at $99.99. That's just my personal opinion. It's a little rich for what you get, but it is limited on the, you know, to 10,000 units, so you've got that exclusivity as well. But there's a lot of units for sale. So if you're looking to pick it up as a collector's item and you're not worried about value, if you can get it for around $250 or a little bit less than that, it seems to be what it's going for, you know, by all means, go ahead and do that. If you can get it closer to the 120 bucks that it was released at, or 130 or somewhere around that number, even better. But yeah, I'll be using these. I'll be using the cards. Maybe they're going to go in a binder for now, and we'll see what happens. So hope you guys enjoyed, and if you like the video, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, there's a thumbs down button. I will have more coming up. I'm still working on Commander videos, and I'm actually going to be building updating my old desktop actually to be better, more of a modern workstation, seeing as it's 6 or 7 years old now. So that should help when I'm rendering, you know, like 4K video and things like that. So again, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'll catch you later.